Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Jenkins. Welcome to online sports nutrition with a lab, but all online. I just wanted to record a brief video to introduce myself and the course and to give you some tips, okay? All right, so here we go. You've enrolled for a 6-week sports nutrition, 4 credits. 3 of those credits are lecture, 1 of them is lab. This is a 100% online class. You can complete everything online, okay? We're not going to be meeting on Zoom at a certain time. You're going to be able to go through the material at your own pace, okay? All right, so here's what to expect. Each week, you're going to have usually 2 or 3 chapters of material to go through at your own pace for a lecture. So for each week, 2 or 3 chapters of material for lecture. Under lecture on Brightspace, for each week, you will see a chapter PowerPoint and an outline. And then you'll also see a link to a video of me going through the material. Folks, watch the videos. I will tell you in those videos exactly what you need to know versus what is extra and you don't need to know. So you're going to go through the material, watch the videos, take notes, and study. That's for lecture. Spread throughout the 6 weeks will be some lecture exams, all to be completed online. We're going to have 2 article review assignments where I give you an article to read and then I ask you questions about that article. For lab, so each week for lecture, 2 or 3 chapters of lecture material, you'll watch the videos, take notes, and study. And then for lab, you'll have 2 or 3 labs to go through also. Most of those labs have an accompanying video that you'll watch, and then you'll use the video and the material to complete a lab worksheet each week. So each week for lab, there will be a lab worksheet to be handed in, and there'll be a lab quiz online. So for each week lecture, 2 to 3 chapters of material where you will go through it on your own, take notes, study. For lab, 2 or 3 labs each week, go through the material. For each lab each week, there'll be 1 lab worksheet and 1 lab quiz. Lastly, there will also be an athlete diet plan assignment where I'm going to ask you to pick an athlete, create a sample 2-day diet plan for that athlete. Now, here are some tips, okay? Some tips. Print out the syllabus. I know I'm old, but print out the syllabus. It has everything you need to know. Specifically, what I want to point out to you in the syllabus is the semester schedule. This is from a previous semester, so things are already crossed off. But the benefit of having this printed out, folks, is that there will never be any confusion. You'll know each week what we're doing in lecture, what we're doing in lab, and then what's due. So for each week, you'll know what we're doing in lecture, what we're doing in lab, and what's due. And then as you complete things, you can cross it off. Print this out. No confusion, folks. You have no excuse. It's right here. Now, we're going to have a lot of material to cover. We have the same material as a full 16-week class, but it's smushed into 6 weeks. You're going to have to work to get this done. My suggestion is to treat it like it is an in-person class. So look at your schedule for the summer, for these 6 weeks, and find times that you have available. Maybe you have available 4 to 6, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That means you dedicate 4 to 6, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to sit down and do this work. If you don't schedule time out, then you may not get the work done in time. All of a sudden it's going to be Sunday and things are due. Also, if you have a question and you email me Sunday at 10 o'clock, I'm probably not going to be able to get back to you before the deadline at midnight. So set time aside, okay? I have some notes here just to make sure. What are some other tips? You will see plastered over the syllabus, plastered over Brightspace. If you have a question or if you need to communicate with me, email me directly. Brightspace, our online learning platform, has this weird thing. When I send a message out to you through Brightspace, if you hit reply to that message, it does not go to me. It's a weird thing. So when you email me, you need to make sure you open up an email and type my email address into the to line, c.jenkins@hvcc.edu. Do not hit reply to a message you get from me from Brightspace. Make sure it always is written to c.jenkins@hvcc.edu. All right? Other things. Listen, email is how I can communicate with you. So you need to make sure that you're checking your Hudson Valley Community College email. I don't have your personal email address or another school's email. The email address I have for you is from Hudson Valley. So you need to be checking daily your Hudson Valley Community College email. You also need to be checking Brightspace daily. Check the announcements. That's how I communicate with you. On Brightspace, there's also an envelope at the top. Sometimes messages will pop up there. Check Brightspace daily. Check your Hudson Valley email daily. Okay? All right. What you're going to see is almost everything for the semester is going to be due Sunday at midnight. I try and be consistent, okay? Everything due that week is due Sunday at midnight. I do not take late work, not even by a minute. Okay, you heard me say, I'm going to say it again. I do not take late work, not even by a minute. Don't wait until the last minute. You need to anticipate that something might come up. The power might be knocked out from a storm, or your computer the battery might die. Who knows? Do not wait until the last minute. If you wait until Sunday at 9 o'clock at night, chances are I'm not going to be checking my email between 9 p.m. Sunday and midnight Sunday. So do your work early. That way, if there's a technical problem or if you have a question, there's time for you to email me and I can get back to you before it's due. Okay? Because I don't take late work. Now, if there is an extenuating circumstance, I mean death in the family, severe illness, if there's an extenuating circumstance, I need you to communicate with me in a timely fashion. If you do that, I will do my best to work with you. But if I don't hear from you in a timely manner, and it is not excusable, I'm not going to take late work. Now, this is a fun class. We got a lot to cover, but I'm really going to try and make it as fun as I can. And I really mean that, okay? The one last thing I want to looking at my notes here, the one last thing I want to remind you of is this artificial intelligence stuff. This ChatGPT, I don't accept it. More and more I've been seeing it. It's not hard to point out, folks. I've got eyes and I've got a brain. We have ChatGPT detectors. If I suspect you using any sort of AI to complete an assignment, I'm just going to give you a 0, even if I suspect it. So do your work yourself. Make sure you put it in your own words. Using AI in that way is a form of plagiarism. So if it happens again after I give you a 0, I will report you to the college. So just do your own work, okay? Because you want to learn the material anyway. All right. We have a lot to cover, but I am here if you have questions. I do my best to get back to students within 24 hours, and I almost always do. But get started on the right foot, and I look forward to working with you.